YouTube, what's good with y'all? Hitman X. Y'all know how we do it, man. Back to back to back, like Drake. But yeah, and don't take that reference too seriously. I'm not a Drake fan. But back to business though. You know how I do it. I've been watching this season, man, unfold. It's been a hot season, like I said in my last video, man. This season has been. I just been waiting for this season to come, man. I haven't been watching any football. Just been sitting on my hands waiting on this basketball season to start. And my sons, man, they're looking like a threat, like a real threat. I'm gonna come back to back with my sons. Y'all already know I'm gonna go to bat for my sons. But we still have some improvement to make. We can't just go off of one game and think, okay, we're a legit threat. And really, my goal for the Suns, my plans for this season is to get to the playoffs and to get to the finals, then win the championship. We gotta do this shit in increments. You feel me? We gotta think in increments. Once we get to the playoffs, we gotta think, okay, we gotta get to the Western Conference Finals or the finals. Okay, now we gotta win the championship. We gotta think in increments, man, for real. But in order for that to happen, trades are necessary. And one of the trades I've been thinking about for the Phoenix Suns is Markelle Fultz. It's not a secret. We need a point guard. And yeah, they made him a starter, but at the same time, I feel like they're not satisfied with him. And really, to be honest, he's not a good fit in Philly. Philly has Ben Simmons. Like, what's the point of having another point guard, that needs the ball in his hands in order to be effective and can't off ball. Like, that's something I've been really pondering on. Like, the idea of Markelle Fultz in Phoenix. Like, I know his jump shot is broke, and he's not really a shooter, but he's an excellent ball handler. An average defender, and not really somebody who's gonna lock you up. Not somebody who's gonna lock you up at all, really. But offensively, he's gonna fill a lot of voids for the Phoenix Suns. He's on his rookie contract, so he's not gonna cause a cap hold at all. And him with Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton is a trio that could actually compete. That's something that I would really like to see in Phoenix. The assets I feel like they should trade would be T.J. Warren. T.J. Warren. I like T.J. Warren. I've always liked T.J. Warren since we drafted him. I thought he was a solid pickup for us. But my problem with T.J. Warren is he's not really a shooter. He's a mid-range shooter. Don't get me wrong. He's an excellent mid-range shooter, but he needs to work on his three-point game still. And he's been in the league for like 4 or 5 years, and still hasn't developed a consistent three-point game and not really a defender, Pretty much a one-dimensional player. So we got to get him out of here, I feel like T.J. Warren will fit in Philly so much better than Markelle Fultz. That would be a perfect trade-off. But, of course, Phoenix will have to give up more because we're the one who's inquiring about something. And from what I'm getting and what I'm hearing from a lot of, trade rumors or whatever, teams are going to want a first-round pick from Phoenix. That's a no-brainer. Phoenix Suns, you would project them to be trash. You would project them to be a bad team, especially now because we're going off of last season. A lot of people go off of last season and think, okay, that's going to be a repeat offender. So let's get a first-round pick from them now. Before they're in tank mode. And I can see a lot of teams thinking like that. So yeah, we'll have to include a first-round pick. And to sweeten the deal, I'll throw in Dragan Bender. And to sweeten my need for my Phoenix Suns to get better, I would throw in Dragan Bender. Because you know how I feel about Dragan Bender, man. I don't feel like the dude is a legit NBA player, man. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but the dude hasn't shown that he's a legit top 5 first-round pick. First-round pick. Let's not get it twisted. Top 5. Everybody was comparing him to Porzingis. Everybody saying he was going to be the next Dirk Nowitzki. He was a playmaker at 7'3" or 7'2", however tall he is, who could bring the ball up court and play defense. He hasn't shown any of that. He's actually shown the contrary. He's shown that he's timid. He's shown that he is a liability on defense. He's shown that he can stretch the floor. That's about it, you know. But when you're timid as a shooter, you hinder yourself, you know. You hinder the success of the team because we brought you here for a reason. We brought you here to shoot. And you don't want to shoot? Like, come on now, dude. Like, we got to get Dragon Bender out of here. No offense, man. I'm pretty sure he'll fit better in other teams. Philly being one of them. But as far as Phoenix, man, you got to get out of here, man. And I think that trade right there is a fair trade-off, man, for Markelle Fultz, who didn't get any play time in the playoffs last year. Was injured most of the year last year. Maybe Philly wants to see what they can get out of Markelle Fultz, what, you know, he really is before they trade him. But by trade deadline, I expect to see Markelle Fultz on the trade block because him and Ben Simmons, I'm not sure if that's that's a good fit, you know. I see them. I can see them later on down the line going with Ben Simmons at point guard and thinking, okay, we gotta get you Markelle Fultz. We gotta get some trade value for Markelle Fultz now before, you know, we show our hand, you know, before we put him in the playoffs and we get exit out in the first round and everybody knows, okay, they need to get rid of Markelle Fultz. Now we can offer them less, you know. So I can see them trading him probably early, man, before the trade deadline. I can see that happening. But yeah, Hitman X, this video has already been a little bit too long. Hit that like, hit that sub. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I'm out.